Yeah, of course I did the update to the my microphone and my system. And of course it didn't work. But what it do, fam? What it do, guys? So that's pretty much a dead go. Feel like I gotta start from the top. But anyway, we're gonna start from the top with a crucial game 5 on the line. The Knicks pulled through 113 to 103. Crazy game. How I feel about this series from top to bottom has been, it's ridiculous. It's a hard fought battle. Finesse, I am happy we pulled this one out. Like you said, one game at a time. Start from the top. Force this game. But even with the huge third quarter lead, we were up by 15 at a point in time. Miami still found a way to get back into the game. You know, Miami's no short task, man. But Tibbs gotta do better, and I'm gonna tell you why Tibbs need to do better. Tibbs need to do better on the aspect of bring the momentum. We got to. But watching this game, we defend the paint well, but then of course, as soon as we leave the shooters open, they knock them down. Like the shots that they miss in here, they're not going to miss down in Miami. They're not going to miss down in Miami. So we're going to have to switch up the game plan. Tibbs is going to have to do something because whenever we close attack, I would rather 2 points than 3 anytime. These guys like to double team Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy is just passing the ball. He is not necessarily scoring. Jimmy is he's not worried about scoring. He knows if he could get his guys in play, they're going to easily win a game because he could take over when he needs to, but then he's also feeding people. I'm like, let Jimmy go get 40 himself. If we can keep everybody else out from killing us and knocking down these 3-pointers, I think we win down in Miami as well. Jacko, happy we defended the Garden 100%. I could not see us going down at home. I just couldn't, especially how the first quarter started. First quarter was so slow. It was dragging. We only scored 14 points in that first quarter. It looks like the ref was on their side. The ref was giving them everything. And we couldn't knock it down. Yo, Max is getting you tight. The fact that they're bringing in Gabe Vincent from the whole entire series have been getting me vexed. And sometimes he'll score 20, sometimes he'll score 10. But the pressure that he's putting on Brunson, and it's like, yo, why don't we just, get Brunson off the ball, let somebody else bring the ball up occasionally so he don't have to burn all that energy. Nah, Tibbs got the ball in his hands. And my man Brunson is going through it. So shout out to Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, who else? I don't like Cody Zeller for some apparent reason. He's getting on me. But tonight, for me, it was Duncan Robinson, man. Duncan Robinson off the bench with 17 points. This dude's 6 for 13. He went 5 for 10 from the 3-pointers. That's what they got that dude for in 22 minutes. Putting up threes. That was my issue. Is how we're going to defend Duncan Robinson, Max, with their 3-pointer, and Kyle Lowry. Yo, don't get me started with Kyle Lowry and his antics, man. This dude is a very smart player. He's a champion. Draws lots of fouls. Oh man, yeah, Bam and them pump fakes. Bam be pump faking Julius, Mitch. We definitely gotta stay on it. Definitely gotta stay on the floor with that. So it's an overall game plan that the Knicks just gotta do better on a defensive end. And then where are we gonna get offense from? You know, besides the big three have been giving us offense. Where's the bench at? Where is the bench? Where's the bench? You got Barrett putting up 26. Solid game from Barrett. Barrett's been phenomenal all series. Phenomenal all series. As crazy as, for me, I thought the person that was going to shine the most probably would have been Quentin Grimes during the series. I thought Quentin was going to come in the series, put in work. Boy, was I wrong. RJ Barrett came through every game putting up 20 in this series. Every game. Julius Randle, efficient night, 7 for 13, 4 for 7 from the 3-point line, so he wasn't jacking as much. Julius needs to be more decisive when he has the ball. You know, I understand you want to get it in the post, get the triple threat, have the ISO, but Jules, the longer you have the ball, the longer the defense be able to suck in, pause. The more the defense will be able to trap. You know, now, every time he got trapped, he threw the ball. My man Jules had how many turnovers? 4 turnovers when he got trapped. What that's telling you, Jules, you get the ball, they come, move that ball quick, bro. Move that ball. But for the most part, Jules was good. I was happy with Jules' game tonight. 24. Could have used a little bit more rebound, but I don't want to be, you know, too selfish tonight. But great performance from Jules with the 5 assists as well. Mitch, this was a way better game for Mitch. Mitch has been non-existent in this series against Miami, and Miami is a smaller team than Cleveland Cavaliers, and Mitch had his way. But Bam, I'm like, yo, Bam got that African strength. Yo, don't sleep on that African strength. Bam Adebayo, it's literally 6'9". Mitch, it's listed as a stronger person. He weighs more. Not say stronger, but he weighs more. But Bam, bro, just bullies him. At power forward, Kevin Love just bullies him. But I did say Mitch has a problem with stretch bigs, and Kevin Love and Bam Adebayo are bigs that can pull you out the paint. So maybe we go a little bit more Hartenstein. I don't know. You know what would have been great for this series? Jericho Sims. Like, where did he get this shoulder injury from sitting on the bench? Where did this dude get a shoulder injury from sitting on the bench? I have no clue. No clue. But he's out with the surgery. But he's a big physical dude, pause. About 6'9", versatile as far as foot movement. He would have been phenomenal in this series. And I know Tibbs would have utilized him if he was healthy. Definitely wasn't. Definitely was not. And then Opie Toppin. Opie gave us a solid third quarter. It wasn't scoring wise, but he was still giving us buckets. Not buckets, but presence and rebounding, which was key. Had 1 offensive, had a total of 6, and he was a +9. So, and that's when we went on that run in that quarter. He was a +9. He had a better plus minus than Julius Randle, which is crazy when Julius put up 24 and 5. But that quarter for Opie was crucial for us, very crucial. He was running the floor, had the alley-oop, playing defense, grabbing offensive rebounds. So it was good. But another thing it's crazy is Josh Hart. This series, Josh Hart got into early foul trouble. Believe he played 6 minutes and my man already had 5 fouls. 6 minutes with 5 fouls. Or 4 fouls, something like that. What was it? Let me see how many fouls he had. He had 4 fouls. Yeah, 6 minutes with 4 fouls. First 6 minutes. They completely took him out the game. But Quentin Grimes came through all 48. Even though he was 3 for 8, we'd take the 37.5 on the shot, which is not good. He did knock down 2 dope 3s, momentum 3s, uh, that kept us in the game, that kept us at bay, which I'm like, dope. I'll take it. But then, of course, the rebounds had 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. But the turnovers, once again, the turnovers for the Knicks, 18 turnovers in a game. Usually, 18 turnovers for a team, you're not going to win. We're not going to win. But we pull through. Thank God. And I'm like, why we're not using Evan Fournier just for a smidge of the time period, just for the spacing when they go small, because Miami goes small, where they have what these players, they have Martin on the floor with Kyle Lowry, with Bam, Jimmy, and Vincent. They go small, so why not throw out some other players that can knock it down? But let's look at Miami. Jimmy Butler, 5 for 12. You know he's going to get to the free throw line. This man got to the free throw line 11 times. 9 for 11, but he was 5 for 12 from shooting. Kevin Love, 2 for 10. Any given Sunday, 0 for 7. Continue with that. I'm cool with that. Bam is always having an efficient night. 7 for 9 with 18 points, 8 rebounds. That's fine. But Max Strus, we got to keep Max at bay. At bay when he's 4 for 10. Keep that man at bay. 14%. He was a minus 15. I can live with that. Gabe Vincent was non-existent tonight. Thank you. Only 6 points. He got a lot of personal fouls with him and Jalen Brunson. The pressure that he was putting on Brunson, he was getting a lot of fouls tonight. So good thing with that. Kyle Lowry didn't have it going. He was only 3 for 11. I wonder, this was because of the energy of the Garden. You know, was the energy of the Garden keeping the Knicks going? Will my Knicks have momentum in the next game? Let's hope so. But and this is the key though. Look how many players Miami played. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 guys is in the rotation. Peter, welcome, Peter. How you doing, Peter? I know. I felt like I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't talked to the whole squad in a minute. But yeah, I've been out. I've been out and about for work. And it's funny, I was down in Miami last week watching a series. Really wish I could have been home going live, but I was away. I'm Pete 100% doing the next game. If the next game is Friday, 100% doing the next game live. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm going to watch it live. Hopefully the Knicks can extend. We don't want to end party, but I am there, Peter, 100%. 100%. How you feel about tonight, though, Peter? Like, how do you feel about this series, period, Peter? How are you feeling about this series? Like, you think we can pull it out? Do you think, Tibbs is making the right adjustments? Like, I'm telling you personally, I don't think Tibbs is making the right adjustments. First off, because even with players out, you're putting all of these minutes on Grimes, on Brunson to play all 48. I'm like, nah, there was spurts where he could have took a break, of where you could brought in Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose lived for this moment, even if it's 2 to 3 minutes. Free throws were key. Yes. I brought that up. Knicks were 29 for 40. If we remotely hit 6 more free throws or 8 more free throws, this game wouldn't have been close. Shoot, if we would have hit all 40, or in the previous games as well, we would have won those games if we knocked down our free throws. So it's great. It's great point on that. 100% believe it's the free throw. For me, I think Tibbs he's gonna, you're gonna burn these guys out. Barrett, he can deal with that. Randall, 35, that's fine. Mitch with the 26, we all know that's key. But you can't have Brunson and Grimes play all 48 minutes. Like, Fournier played in the playoffs before. He can give you a little something. Rose would have, first of all, Rose would have had everybody. He would have blown the roof off if he would have made a layup. And I get it. You know, Miami guards, they move around. Trying to play defense on them would have been tough because they do not stay still. And I know Derrick Rose and his defense now is nowhere near up to the par. But I assume Jalen Brunson played defense just as bad as Derrick Rose. And Derrick Rose is a bigger guard, somewhat. So I would have loved for Derrick to at least have like 5 minutes, 6 minutes in that series where he could have at least been somewhat explosive, get into the paint, and a second ball handler out on the court. I would have done that. Or if Grimes sat down for a minute, brought in Derrick Rose, let Derrick come in, Derrick do a little something here and there. I would have went for it. I would have went for that with Derrick Rose. 100%. I would have went for that with Derrick Rose. I think that would have been good. Hold up. Let me put up this window real quick. If I can find it on window capture. Yeah. So it's so like I said, yeah, I'm definitely going with the minutes. Spread that out. Bring in Rose. Don't rely on because Brunson, even though he was solid, Brunson was efficient. You know, 12 for 22, the 4 for 10, shooting 40 from the 3-point line, 10 for 12, still missing 2 free throws. But Brunson did all he could. He only turned the ball over once. That's key for my point guard. Yeah, oh yeah, Grimes were huge in this series. You know, especially 48, still able to space it. Man hurt his leg, was still able to get a steal off of Jimmy Butler at a key moment now too, because Miami could have, you know, brought that lead even closer. Because we were down 3 or 4 at that time. So for him to get that steal, go back, timely bucket, the Knicks scored. We were able to increase that lead. So those were timely buckets, timely defense. That's all we need to do. I'm not telling for us to lock them up all 48 minutes. Just get timely defense, man, and the effort. The effort was definitely there this game compared to game 4. Game 4 was crazy. Like you saw, we did not have any energy down in Miami. Like the guys were out partying. I 100% believe the guys were out partying that night. I mean the night before down in Miami. Because even I was out there in Miami. Look how dark I got. I was out in them streets. So I know how it is when you go down to Miami and you down in South Beach. I know how it is. Great food, great vibe, great energy. You out in the sun going to drain that energy. Beautiful Latinas. I know. Make sure my wife don't hear that. I know. And even Mitch hit clutch free throws. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mitch was knocking down his shots during that time period, which were big because as crazy as it sounded, it was going with Hacker Shaq. It was going with the Hacker Mitch. Mitch was 50%, 4 for 8. We couldn't ask for more for Mitch. We could not ask for more. And they was able to bring her back in the game once they fouled, took him out. He still came in, locked it down, grabbed the rebounding. I got to see, did the Knicks win the battle on the rebound? Knicks 57, Miami 44. So, yes, we won the rebounding. Let me see. Did we win the offensive rebounding? Yep, we won on the offensive rebounding battle as well. Knicks had 14 and Miami had 11. 11. So this is the battle. Miami plays similar to the Knicks. We all know that. Rebounding is key for them. Banging in the post is key for them. So it's really who's going to out-rebound on the offensive and the defensive end is going to win the game. Except for, I think, game 1, we out-rebounded them like crazy and still lost game 1. But everybody else after that, whoever won on the rebounding battle, won the series. So, we'll see. We'll see. We got game 6 coming up on Friday, which will be another key clutch game going down. And I got a couple things. Let's see. How many points did Butler have? Butler were, it was mediocre Jimmy tonight. Jimmy was 5 for 12 on 41%. But of course, he's going to get to the line. 9 for 11, 81%, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Oh, man, the 9 assists be killing us. 4 steals, 2 blocks, 19 points. Jimmy's an animal. I'm sorry, that's not even mediocre. That's not even mediocre. And it's the reason why Jimmy Butler was announced to All-NBA second team, which Julius Randle was announced to All-NBA third team for the forward, but no Jalen Brunson on the All-NBA team. That'll change next year because Brunson going to get it going. Brunson going to average like 30 next year for us. But Jimmy Butler. Look, so for me, this is going to be the key for us to win the next game, and I truly believe we can do it. I truly think it can happen, and that's from how we defend Jimmy Butler. 1-on-1. 1-on-1. Right? Do not double team Jimmy. Deal 1-on-1. And I'm going to tell you why you need to deal with Jimmy in 1-on-1. Right? If Jimmy drops 40, right? If Jimmy drops 40, let's just say Jimmy drops 40, but he's not giving you the 9 assists. He's not giving you the crazy rebounds because he's one giving you the offense because we're guarding him on 1-on-1. That's not, I guarantee you those 9 assists at least contribute to Duncan Robinson threes, to Caleb Martin 3, to Gabe Vincent, to Max Strus threes. It would take away Miami's threes because Jimmy Butler's going off. I would rather us not double team and leave anybody open because that's what occurred with the Knicks. We would trap on Jimmy. Now we got to do recover. And Miami is perfect at moving the ball. They're going to hockey assist. Somebody's going to be wide open. It's either Duncan Robinson or Struts, who's been knocking down their three-pointers. And that always happens. I consistently would watch the game, see us trap Jimmy. Jimmy literally just waits till the double come in. He stated in the press conference, I love being double teamed. Why? Because I could facilitate, give the ball up. My guy's going to be open. They're going to knock it down. And then he said, of course, I can score over the double team. So let's not double Jimmy. Only in certain occasions. If you got Brunson on and he's in the post, then you could double in a sense. And then, of course, on the wing, if the open shooter is Caleb Martin, who was 50% from 3, he was 2 for 4. But I would rather him shoot it than Duncan Robinson, who was 5 for 10, even though 50% is still the same. Kyle Lowry as well, 2 for 8. But I that's what I would do. I would literally do not trap Jimmy, guard him 1-on-1 on certain possessions, let him get his off, but we stop everybody else. We stop everybody else. And then the same with Bam. Bam is not going to give you 30 points. Bam is similar to Jimmy. They like to get, obviously, their point paints, but they like to facilitate the ball. Key grounds on him all game. He rests for Jimmy rest 100%. But Jimmy rest for like 8 minutes. Grimes ain't get no rest. No rest at all. But yeah, I'm with you on that, Peter. But even with Bam 7 for 11. Bam is only getting his points from sometimes off an offensive rebound, or he get the ball in the post. He'll pump fake. Mitch will probably go for it, then he goes up. Don't go for the pump fake, Mitch. Stay on the floor. Stay on the floor. Bam is not going to kill you from the 3 because he rarely took it. The only time he took a 3 was at the end of the game. So we're not really worrying about him stretching the floor. So give him that, push him out, force him out. Right? Don't give him easy buckets into the paint. Mitch, force him out. Use your body. Force that man out. And close out on the shooters, right? How many times we're trapping guys? We're leaving shooters to trap. And I'm like, why are we leaving Duncan Robinson open in the corner? We trap, ball movement, they knock down a 3. I'm like, this is what they want to do? Like, that's horrible. But we'll see what Tibbs do, man, because Tibbs he he sticks with his plans. He sticks with his plans and hopefully prays that, certain guys miss or certain things occur. It was literally Brunson's great performance, and literally Brunson almost had to drop 40 for us to win this game. Hopefully we could get Quick back in game 6. I wouldn't know how much that would do because they was locking down quickly as well. But what's going on with Quick? Having Quickly be himself in this series, there'd be no contest because we would get bench production and constant pressure and 3-point shooting because Quick can rebound. He can dish. That's a second ball handler. But Miami literally just took the heart out of Quickly, man. Even with his confidence, we not getting Quickly doing this. No, none of that. They took the confidence away from Quickly. Then, of course, the injury. All year, honestly, all year, this is a first for a lot of my Knicks players to get to play this deep into the NBA. Big task at hand. What a do. Empire strikes back. Knicks pride 100%. Brother, appreciate you for stopping by. Big task at hand. Solid win. Knicks got the W tonight. Much needed W. Tell me, man, how can we win this next game? Big task at hand. What do you think the Knicks need to do to get this W? Whether it's a rebound, more rebound. All is well. Yes, sir. All is well. Was pretty much working like crazy. Work had me traveling down in Miami. I had to be down with the Heat fans while I was wearing my Knicks gear. Almost got mobbed out, but I'm always gonna rock my Knicks anywhere I go. But yeah, like, what do my Knicks need to do to solidify this series? And if we come, I'm not even gonna throw that if we come back from this series. We're gonna take it a game at a time. Like, we're gonna take it a game at a time, like Tibbs would say. Tibbs would definitely say take it a game at a time. Let's see. I want to see what Barrett had to say today real quick. He said, control the boards, play faster. 100% on playing faster. When we slow it down and hold the ball, like, Miami gets to zone in on us as far as the defense, and Miami is playing way better defense than us. Way better, especially when they go small. They lock up on us, and then controlling the ball, that's very true. Whoever out rebound, whether it's offensive or defense, win the series. So 2 key points that make sense. 100%. Just hit your shots. Now, our Knicks ain't hitting our shots this series. We have not been hitting our shots. So we'll see. Let me listen into Barrett real quick.
We fight for our lives right now. This is something that can be done. It's been done before 13 times. So, we just wanted to focus and try and go get this win tonight. We're able to do that, and now we got to go get one in Miami.
Oh, so look like Barrett been paying attention to how many people have came back from a 3-1 series. So somebody must have definitely brought that up. And keep Grimes on Butler. Yeah, that's one thing. Yep. He came through. Grimes playing all 48 minutes, locking it down, to the point where he hurt his leg, got back on defense, stole the ball, which was at a key pivotal of the game that I stated as well. Because we scored, and I believe because we were down. I mean, we were up by like either 3 or 4 during that possession, and for him to get the steal, and for the Knicks to score on that to extend the lead was very crucial. So, definitely shout out to Grimes on that, playing all 48 minutes. Quick turnaround, definitely got to rest up, bro. If we could just hit our open shots and control the boards, we are back in business 100%. And then, so down in Miami, we got to play defense. Like you said, I don't want to trap. I was stating, do not trap, because you trap, we're constantly leaving these guys open for 3. Like, you're trapping Jimmy, and Jimmy ain't really doing nothing but passing the ball. and giving it to these guys to knock down these threes. So don't trap Jimmy. Let Grimes deal with Jimmy straight up. Let him deal with Jimmy straight up. And that way we can stay with the shooters. 3 points add up quicker than 2 points. I would do that. Since this game was the whole series was supposed to look. Yeah. 100%. Like, that's the same thing I said. But game 1, we didn't have Jules. And I get it. We didn't have Jules. They came in with a solid game plan. A solid game plan against Brunson. They pretty much, what they did against Giannis is what they did to Brunson. They built the wall and said, you want to get your paint points? You're going to have to get through three solid dudes. Jimmy Butler at 6'6". You're going to have to get through Struts, who's been locking up. And you're going to have to get through Bam. And they're leaving our wings open to shoot. Which is why I'm like, yo, okay, if they want to do that, shit, bring in Grimes occasionally on one wing. You have Fournier open on the other wing. Occasionally, I know Fournier can't play no solid defense, but shit, Duncan Robinson don't play solid defense. You could throw Fournier on him. He's just gonna have to get around these screens. So Tibbs can do a little here and there to help the guys out, but he's like, nah, we gonna burn the team out to exhaustion. Which is like, hey, I'll take it right now. We got the W. I'll take it. I really want to see if they got Tibbs. Do they have Tibbs up on a panel for tonight? Let me see, because I do want to hear if Tibbs was on the panel.
Tom, the lead went from 19-2. What did you think of the medal your ball club showed down the stretch?
Well, you got to play for 48 minutes. We knew they would make a run, and you take it possession by possession. And I thought playing from lead was important for us. I thought the rebounding was a huge key.
So speaking of 48 minutes, how about the performance Jalen had?
Yeah, what could you say about the guy? He's just incredible, all-around player, great leader, great toughness. Mental toughness,
Brunson is that man.
Physical toughness, ability to think on his feet, ability to lead, ability to connect with people, to bring the best out of people. That's what makes him special.
Yeah, but you
play
played
after play.
30, 48 minutes.
You've been through, obviously, a million playoff series. Where would you put that performance when facing elimination from Jalen tonight?
Yeah, that it's special to, and we got in a hole early, no panic, kept going. Bench came in, he played with the bench, did a great job. We got going there, and then just to have the wherewithal, and they're putting a lot of heat on him, and he just makes the right play every time. Yeah, he knew that.
Yeah.
And he's, if he needed a blow, he would have told me. And this time of the year, you're going to see guys get big minutes, and he conditions them. The thing I love about him is you prepare yourself for that. So I've never seen anyone work the way he does, and and he does it in front of everyone. He does it in our gym. Does it all summer long. He does it at a game speed. He never has to adjust in a game because of the way he prepares himself. He conditions himself.
I definitely don't
to play
got those
big minutes. Just a tremendous leader.
Coach, obviously Mitchell's struggled from the line pretty much.
Yeah,
last
Mitch
3-4
definitely
years,
been
all his
struggling.
career. What does it say about him for him to be able to step up and knock down those free
That was
throws?
huge, but I think, and obviously those are huge free throws, but his rebounding in the fourth, not just the ones that were in his area, but the ones that were out of his area, to go get them. Said a lot, and the rebounding is big in this game, and I think obviously we got to get our turnovers down, but I think that the rebounding, that's a big part of our defense, and we got to
It's a huge
continue
part
to
of our
make sure
defense.
that we prioritize it.
Coach, back here. Game one of the series, Quentin was only able to play 10 minutes because of the shoulder injury. Tonight, he never left the court.
Never left.
What can you say about what he gave you tonight and how that makes this club different?
Yeah, I think, in the first quarter, it didn't go our way in terms of the way we had calls go against us. And so
Crazy calls.
initially was planning on having Jalen and Quentin come out. But the way the game unfolded, the way we were in foul trouble, I knew we couldn't do that. And the one thing about
You could have
Quentin, I
played
think he
Rose.
spaces the floor for us differently. But he's a two-way player. He's a hustle player. I thought, Jimmy is he's gonna make you work, and you got to make him work. And so I thought
Pretty
he did
much.
as good a job as you can do. Butler is a load to deal with because it's not just the scoring aspect of it. It's the playmaking aspect of it as well, the offensive rebounding, getting to the free throw. There's so many different variables to his game.
Yeah.
And it requires great effort, great concentration, multiple effort, and it requires the whole team to be locked into it.
You mentioned Quentin. 48
Yeah, no.
minutes, and I think with about
Good
a minute
point.
left, he steals it from Jimmy. Just kind of.
But
what
you gotta
saw
stop
there on that
trapping.
play and,
Yeah.
And I guess for him to do.
And, he did that the last game too. Like his defensive activity off the ball is very good. He's terrific, a two-way player, and you need this. You need those hustle plays, and so he's going to give maximum effort on every play, and we need our whole team to do that.
Tom, Julius starts out 1 for 7, I believe, and then does what he
Damn,
does.
Tiz been on the panel
Second
forever.
round. What do you think of what you got from him?
Yeah, I liked his game. He took a pretty big hit to start the game. So,
Yep, elbow.
The
Tried to
first
take him
quarter
out.
was like rough, but he just plowed through it. And then I liked the way he attacked the basket. I thought he had really good balance tonight, made good reads. So I thought he and RJ.
Yeah, Julius should be
terrific.
back in
I thought
rhythm now.
Our bench, when they came in, I thought Obi gave us really good minutes. Isaiah gave us good minutes. Josh had foul trouble tonight, so that sort of got him out of rhythm. But we need everyone.
All right, that's enough for Tibbs. That is enough for Tibbs. Appreciate you, Tibbs. I'll probably finish that later on. But yeah, man, Knicks, crucial game. We had to pull this out, and I'm not gonna lie, that fourth quarter had me like, yo, what is going on? Like, this can't happen. Because they brought it down. Like, we were 15. Knicks were up 15. We weren't up 15 in this series at all between any game except for today. So I was not trying to lose this game at all. We had to win. We had to come prepared, which my Knicks did. I want to look at it. So the first quarter was 24-14. We only scored 14 points. So that at that point, that's where I got worried. Not gonna lie. 14 points? And it's the first quarter. You're home at the Garden, and this is how you're coming out. Then we saw the referees calling some crazy fouls. Bro, first of all, the refs took the momentum away for the Knicks because it was okay, a couple baskets here and there. But then you called 2 offensive fouls back-to-back in the first quarter, and Miami scored 3s on each of those possessions. That took the momentum away for the Knicks. I want to see if Randall say they wanted it more. Yeah, so it's Randall. You know what it is? Randall is not. He's not a New Yorker. He doesn't have that New York, vibe or energy. And he didn't speak with his cojones. He literally said, "Yeah, no, they wanted it more." You never say that. When you say that, you suffer defeat. You are pretty much telling the team, yeah, you are better. You never state that, Jules. You never state that. But yeah. But after only scoring 14 in the first quarter, Knicks bounced back with a huge second quarter. and putting up 36 points while also only keeping Miami to 23, which is why we went to the half with a 3-point lead, because Julius came through after grabbing a rebound, did his little step back that wasn't travel. It looked like a travel, but he dropped it in. But then, of course, what happened after that possession? They threw the ball back. Julius didn't get back in time. Brunson had to speed back there and try to contest the shot. Luckily, Bam missed that layup in order to go to the half. Then, of course, coming out the half to start the third quarter, the Knicks were on fuego. We came in just giving it to them. Pause. Knocking down shots. Came out, hit 2 back-to-back threes. I think Brunson and then Grimes hit a 3. We were rolling in that earlier half of the third quarter. Then, of course, certain calls were being called. What's the name was in foul trouble. Josh Hart. And I'm definitely going to get into Josh Hart, because I'm not happy with Hart performance. From him being solid, coming with us shooting 50% from 3-point line, over 50 from the field goal, to now you're shooting. What happened to your 3-point shot? But we'll get back to that. The third quarter put up 34-27. We going in there, had the 15-point lead, feeling good. But then what happened in the fourth quarter? Like, Miami buckled down. They switched up. They adjusted. Tibbs need to be able to adjust in the goddamn fourth quarter. Adjust in games. Figure out how to, okay, you see this is going on. Don't trap here. Let's switch. Let's switch on this occasions. They're not going to expect that. Once they see the switch, they're like, okay, you got me off my rhythm a little bit. We'll switch up. The great thing about Miami, and I give them that, is their ball movement. These guys run systems. Like my Knicks, I'm like, yo, where's the set plays? When we get stuck, where's that mentality? All right, let's get back to the set play. This set play will get us going. We don't have that. All it is the same 3 passes at the top of the wing where Mitch got the ball. He either dish it off to Barrett in the corner. Mitch supposed to sit there and get a switch, and Brunson come off and get the ball at the top. That shit don't do nothing. Excuse my language, but that don't do nothing. Ain't nobody guarding y'all that far out the top of the key. All you doing is just passing the ball between 3 guys, and then you run they set. No, give me a floppy, give me a curl, give me a Iverson cut. Right, give me something like that where you're getting a double pin down, something like that. Get Brunson coming off ball, off a screen, off a drag screen, multiple drag screens, and then become free. Like, get creative on your offensive sets. Like, what is Tibbs doing? Like, why are we still in the Stone Age on the offensive sets? This Miami, like, my thing is, if we get past Miami and you got to deal with Boston, or it look like you got to deal with Philly, but either you deal with these other teams, they're going to get better. It's going to be tougher. Oh yeah. They been pick and roll us to death, Peter. It's ridiculous. Like, Brunson is, yes, high usage pick and roll player. Like, the Knicks all year was a high pick and roll team. Cool. I'm with that. But you use a pick and roll with Mitch. You never pass the ball to the roller. So what's the point of doing a pick and roll when Mitchell said a light pick? The same person you picking is still stuck on Brunson. Mitch rolled to the basket. Oh, he don't even roll to the basket because he know he's not going to get the ball. But that was supposed to help sink the defense. Knicks pick and roll don't do nothing. But if you do a guard pick and roll, then that might give Brunson a matchup that he might like. Maybe a Duncan Robinson, a guard comes set the screen, and then maybe that guard could cut to the basket where if he could get the ball, he could be decisive for any of that. So it's just the offense is just not good. But then when we have Hartenstein in, sometimes they hit Hartenstein in the middle of the post. And then Hartenstein will either dish it back to Brunson, little bounce pass on the cut the Knicks will get into the paint. So I like the offense with that sometimes. That looks good. But Miami knows every play that the Knicks is going to run. That's how they've been 2 steps ahead of us. The plays do not change. AV was going on, and I was ready to fire Tibbs had they lost tonight. His inability to readjust is amateurish 100%. I don't care. I'm defending that 3-point line and forcing them to drive. The 3, keep the heat in the paint. AV, you are speaking to the choir. I was just telling Peter, yo, I'm not double teaming Jimmy because all Jimmy is doing is passing it out to the shooters. Let Jimmy get 30, but if we can keep the shooters at bay, 3-pointers add up quicker than the 2. And Jimmy's not shooting 3s. Jimmy's getting to the post or the free throw line. So let Grimes deal with him one-on-one. Bro, it was times, AV, that the weak side is getting to the paint to help on a 2 and leaving Duncan Robinson open. Duncan Robinson is sitting there. Oh, they're going to leave me open? 3, splash. And I'm like, why would y'all do that? Like, and I get it. That's Tibbs' defense. If somebody drives, you collapse. You collapse. But not when Miami got 8 shooters on the floor, including the refs. You don't do that. Says even though most of Bam's are moving ones, well, Bam pick and rolls on. First of all, Bam screens are always moving screens, and he's never getting. I think they called it in game 2. They called most of it, but he don't get those calls. Like, and this was, I don't want to say too much because I people be listening. You know, I don't want a ref be listening and mess up my Knicks next game. But we're not getting the calls we need. We're not getting the calls we need. Brunson, and yes, Brunson do be flaring. He throws the heads up occasionally when he gets into the paint. But some of the times he be getting fouled. You know, Kyle Lowry be doing some trickery stuff, and he get the calls all the time. Let my guy Brunson get it. You know. But overall, I'm happy what my Knicks are doing. We just to think at the start of the season, guys, did we think the Knicks would be in this position? I don't think any of us would have thought we would have been in this position. So I'm as angry as I am to a certain extent, I'm still happy. Like, I'm angry now because we in it and we got the potential to move forward and keep it going. You know, especially if Boston takes a L to the Sixers. I'm like, even though we didn't really beat Philly too much, we beat Boston 3-1. I feel better in that series. I would. AV, what we talking about? Hold on, let me switch it over to this so I can see it a little clearer. Or we could go to the 4-1. Yeah, that's a lot better. AV says, and that was we already did that. And when they finally miss a 3, they getting punked on the boards. Didn't realize how soft the Knicks are till this series. Yeah, no. Big bad Miami, man. Showtime, what it do? Hey, man, congrats on your Knicks. Teaching my Cavs a lesson on the playoff b-ball. Stopped in just to tell you that, man. Good luck in Game 6. This Cavs fans want to see a Game 7. Showtime, we appreciate you stopping by, brother. 100%. And just to go back on that Cleveland series, man, that was a phenomenal series. Like, Donovan Mitchell's an awesome guy, but he needs to play a more team-friendly basketball. And it was a learning curve for your power forwards and your centers to be more aggressive. But it was solid. He said, I look for Heat to clamp down on Brunson next game. So front court gotta come up big. Yep. But, and that goes to say, Peter, why not mix it up? Bring in Derrick Rose for a spurt to help out, to have an additional ball handler on the floor. Or go small sometimes, where you can have Barrett playing the 4, Randall at the 5. You can still have Grimes in to defend Butler, but then you throw in Derrick Rose, and then you throw in Brunson. Derrick Rose can take that pressure off. Now you got to deal with Derrick Rose, who I believe can still blow past somebody, who can still control a game. If you got Chris Paul out there at 60, well, we got the tricep issue, but Chris Paul still was out there giving guys fits. Kyle Lowry's still out there giving us fits. So give him that burn. It says Warriors in 7. Never underestimate the heart of the champion. What is the score right now? I have the game up in the background. I'm not watching. If the Warriors come back from this 3-1 series, that'll be phenomenal. It'd be something similar to what the Knicks are trying to do right now. But I think the Warriors would win this game tonight to kind of force the game 6. I wonder if is game 6 in LA or is it in Golden State? Like I said, I think game 6 is in LA. So who knows? That series, I'm appreciating that series too. Because it's crazy. I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but I'm appreciating LeBron's games. I've been waiting all series for a little Rose or Fournier. Me too. It's just, even if it's for a millisecond, something just to switch it up so these guys could, they won't be at bay as far as leaving guys open to help out Brunson. You need to space the floor for Brunson. You need to. In order for Brunson to get off, or in order for Knicks to win this series, we need to have multiple shooters. Who would have been crucial for us right now? A Steve Novak power forward. If you a true Knicks fan, you know who Steve Novak is. Steve Novak you cannot leave that man open. It's crazy. And he couldn't play no defense, but he was 6'10" and had a ratchet. He would be perfect for this series right now to come in for a spurt to space the floor. Obviously, Tibbs will have him playing the power forward, not the center, because he can't bang in the post. But that would be perfect. A knockdown shooter coming here, guaranteed to give you 3 threes a game in crucial key moments. Sometimes he'll give you 4 threes back to back. Peter said Lakers in 6. Woo. Peter said, I don't know, but he said Braun closing out. I do think LA gonna close the series out though. I do think. He says I want Warriors, but they don't look good. Yeah, Jordan Poole hasn't been stepping up. And it's crazy because he was averaging over 20 in the playoffs last year once they got their championship. Then of course when he got that bag and then he got punched in the face, it kind of all went down for them on that aspect. So who knows? But who knows? All right, I'm going to do the keys. Jackal, Novak was a bucket. A bucket. Now it's funny. He had missed the first shot, right? But okay, he's getting in there. Guaranteed to knock down the next 6 threes. All threes. All just whop, whop, whop. It's a good time for us. It was a good time with Novak. Novak was solid. Hopefully the Knicks can find someone in the offseason to get us shooting. Because obviously we got okay shooting from Brunson. Barrett, we know Barrett is not a shooter, so we can live with having the slasher. Julius Randle is a volume shooter. He's going to have to take 100 shots to give you good 3-point shooting. But he's aggressive, and I like Jules. And the crazy thing about it is I was so ready to get rid of Jules. Jules is going nowhere, guys. This guy's been all NBA 2 out of the 3 years he's been with us. He's going nowhere. Actually, no. He's been with us for 4 years, right? Jules been with us for 4 years. Let me see. The first year without Tibbs, then a year with Tibbs, then we missed the playoffs, then this year. All right, so 4 years. So he's been all NBA 2 years out of the 4 years he's been with the Knicks. But, of course, 2 out of the 3 that he's been coached under Tom Thibodeau. It's hard to replace a 25, 10, and 5. You can't replace that. How he does it sometimes is not efficient for us. Sometimes it's not great for us. But Brunson and Randle, it's a good combination. We just need an alpha besides Brunson to come in here and hold it down. Said, love how fearless RJ played. He attacked with no hesitation and even created for his teammates in his drive. As much as I want to say Brunson is the key guy for us, it's 100% RJ Barrett. 100%. RJ Barrett has been efficient with his scoring, whether it's over 45% each game from Barrett from the field goal. His three-pointers, not so much, but we already know that. We already expected that. Even him getting to the free throw line. Some games he's 5 for 7. Some games he's, 8 for 9. Key for us. Getting assists, key for us. So Barrett, this playoff series, even though was shaky, the first game against Cleveland, the first 2 games actually against Cleveland, he's been perfect ever since. And he heard all the noise. He heard everyone talking crazy about, oh, Barrett can't do this. Stephen A. Smith, we got to get rid of Barrett. I'm disappointed. Barrett doesn't hear all of that. I mean, he listens, but he doesn't hear. And he goes in and performs and do what he got to do. So I'm happy with another year of Barrett. Let's see another year of Barrett because he's been playing well in the playoffs. Unless, they go give me Zach LaVine or Jaylen Brown, then Barrett gotta go. Sorry, we not there yet. We stayed here. We still here in this playoffs mode. So yeah. Key to winning the next games, obviously rebounding, like everyone stated. We got to solid on the rebounds. I don't want to double team. I want to stay flat on our players. Let's stay flat. Let's defend. Stay on one players, defend the 3-pointers, be aggressive, get to the free throw line, rebound from Mitch, scoring. Can we get quickly back for the next series? If it's possible, let's try to get quickly. Let's try to get another scorer in there, someone that can shoot and stretch the floor, someone that can get to the paint, someone that can play me. Let's see if that's available. Guard, stop trapping Jimmy. Don't trap Jimmy. Let Jimmy get his and stay on the shooters. Stay on the shooters. Switch it up, Tibbs. I know you can switch it up. 100% believe you can switch it up. But yeah, those are my keys to winning. I want to double check to see if did Brunson get to the podium? Oh shoot, we got Julius at the podium. I want to see Julius at the podium.
It's the same game. I feel like, if we went out and do the little things better, execute a little better, we'll be fine. So,
what's wrong with Julius and his energy, bro?
And, came out with the win.
Julius, we can see your eye. You got a pretty good shot there.
Yo, Julius energy,
Did that affect
bro.
you at all in the game? And I mean, what was it?
Oh, look at those jackets, though. I'm feeling those jackets.
First quarter. After that, I couldn't really see anything, but
I'm feeling those jackets.
Seeing the guys go out and compete the way they did energized me, and started to feel a little bit better after that. So, just happy we can get a win.
Dude, that man looked like Rocky. Yo, look at that OVO from Barrett.
Gave us momentum.
Barrett got on the OVO Knicks. That's fire.
Yeah, that's all I can really say. Yeah, I mean, the 3-point shot.
Damn, Julius looked like Hitman Hearns got him.
What I rely on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I work hard on it, but like I said, it's just a tool, for me to be able to use. So yeah, it does open up the game a little bit more, but not something I rely on. Yeah, I mean, it's JB. That's what he's been doing all year.
Wait, AV, you said key to the game 6 is bench Grimes for the rest of the series?
He wants to win.
No
so,
way.
He left it all out there tonight.
Grimes gave us this win tonight. All 48 minutes.
It takes everybody. He was big time, though.
Julius, I know a lot happened after, but what was it like being named to NBA All-NBA 13?
Yo, look at that rose gold.
I mean, it's a great honor.
Look at that jacket is tough.
But
yo, I think they wanted like 500 for that. I wish I would have bought it now.
The group of guys that we have. I said it all year. It takes the belief of
Oh man, bro, those jackets look tough. I can't lie. I wonder, did it get Brunson? Did Brunson go to the stand? I gotta see if Brunson went to the stand. I want to hear from Brunson. No, I don't see nothing on Brunson yet. All right, so Brunson didn't go to the stand. So I'm with it. So AV, you said the key to Game 6 is bench Grimes for the rest of the series. Why are we benching Grimes? Grimes played all 48 minutes, right? Held Jimmy to 19 points, even though Jimmy had 19, 8 assists, went to the line 9 for 11 times. He had the key moment still of where he hurt his leg, still got on defense, guarded Jimmy, got the steal at a key pivotal time, because I believe we were only up by either 3 or 4, and then the Knicks were able to score to extend the lead. Yes, Grimes wasn't knocking down his shots like we need him to. Let me see with the Grimes. Where we at? Grimes, 48 minutes. He was 3 for 8. Of course, 37% is not going to cut it. 2 for 6 for 33 is not going to cut it. But he was a +9, 8 points. 3 fouls. He had the 4 turnovers. The turnovers was crucial. Yes, I remember when they trapped him on the press. He did a spin, lost the ball. I'm like, yeah, what the hell you doing, Grimes? That's why Tibbs don't want you having the ball anyway. But the 5 assists, the 4 rebounds, the 2 steals, the 2 blocks. Where we were getting that from? Josh Hart. Look, Josh Hart was on foul trouble, so he had to get to the bench. So I don't know, AV. I'm with Grimes. I'm with playing Grimes. The Knicks as a team have a higher plus minus when it's Grimes, Brunson, Mitch, Julius, and RJ. I think that we was like a plus 70 something when we utilized that lineup. And we haven't utilized that lineup in the playoffs in this second round due to injury. So let's ride with those guys. They played with each other, pause, but we utilized them as a unit for a longer period of time. So they do have some camaraderie, but who knows? Like I say, key to the series is the Knicks to defend. Do not trap, but defend the 3. Do not trap. Knock down your free throws. Don't shoot too much threes. Get into the paint. Move the basketball. And it should be a victory for the Knicks. It should be a victory down in Miami. And Miami's going to bring it. They're going to have their crowd down there. Hopefully, our Knicks, the South Beach Knicks will be down there and, getting it together to where our crowd can overthrow their crowd and get it going. We have to win this game. Do not come out with less energy. And I'm definitely going to be live for that series. 100% going to be live for that series. So hopefully that we can push it a game through, do a play-by-play. 100%. So that's going to close it out for me tonight. Ladies and gents, thank you for rocking. Appreciate you guys for stopping through. You are my fam. I love y'all. Until next time, we are out.